Hey, what's happening, everyone? It's your main man, Sinister, back once again with another video. And this is my top 4 games of 2018. Probably wonder what they are? You're about to find out. Number 4 on this list, we got Spider-Man on the PS4. I mean, yeah, this game was awesome when it came out in September. I mean, yeah, people were waiting for roll on for this to come out, things like that. So, anyways, to get on to it, I mean, ever since I picked it up, I mean, I just dove straight into it. It's just straight on, like, all right, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, going out, taking out bad guys, like shooting webs at them, swinging around, things like that. So, which was really cool. I mean, yeah, you got this cool meter. It's almost like the Arkham series, things like that. Build up a flow combo, and you get all these moves, and plus you got your spotted sense to warn you of danger, like if enemies coming behind you or shooting at you, things like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool, things like that. I mean, yeah, of course you can do more than just like take out bad guys. Like, with him being a scientist, I mean, you get scientific puzzles, better gear and stuff like that. So it has like little RPG elements to it. As level up, you get all these new moves and stuff like that, of course, because you're gonna need them fighting against tougher enemies, plus arch enemies like from the comics. Of course, you take out Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin. You got the Shocker. You got Taskmaster, just to name a few, and things like that. So I say, yeah, like of course, you can do all different things, like take out thugs, demons, like all these different gangs and stuff. Like I say, you get all these tokens, so that way you can better your equipment. And plus, you got this little spider drone. You can crawl around and take out bad guys or sneak around, things like that. So that's pretty cool. And then what I find silly is like you go around catching pigeons, like for side missions and things like that. So it just breaks up the gameplay, things like that. So like I said, that's my number 4 game, which is Spider-Man. Stay tuned for the 3rd game. And number 3 game on the list is God of War. You guessed it. Here goes the Ghost of Sparta, boy. You can never get enough of him saying that throughout the whole game. It's just the memes for days and stuff like that. But of course, and you guessed it, this game won Game of the Year at the VGAs, along with Best Action Game. But my thing is, it should have won Best Voice Actor, because Christopher Judge, I mean, yeah, he took over for T.C. Carson, from the previous games. But heck, I mean, he put his own stamp as, an older version of Kratos, Yeah, being a father of Kratos, to Atreus, excuse me, and things like that. He also, he brought the essence of Kratos along with, of course, he's trying to control his, quote unquote rage and stuff like that, because that's pretty much haunted Kratos all his life, is just rage and stuff like that, and just brought devastation and pain and suffering along with it. So yeah, I mean, of course, gameplay wise, it's amazing. I mean, of course, you can't jump worth a damn on unless you have to hit the button when it tells you to, but still, I mean, yeah, fighting the Norse gods and stuff like that. Of course, you hear Thor, you hear Odin, but of course, you fight Thor's sons on here, Magna and Modi and things like that. Of course, you fight the other guys like Balder, things like that. And, I mean, of course, I mean, it's just a slew of pantheon of Norse gods and monsters and things like that. And of course, like, you got all these different realms you can go through, like, Niflheim and Muspelheim, things like that. So, I mean, yeah, of course, he has this new axe, the Leviathan axe, and it's just when he throws it, you can freeze your enemies and things like that. And of course, you get these different shields where you can just deflect attacks and attack against them. And of course, he goes home and he digs out one of his old webs, and of course, what was it? The Blades of Chaos. Of course, he brought them back and chained up to his wrist, and of course, you got to upgrade them just like your axe, and just to do more devastation to your enemies and things like that. So So yeah, but of course, bottom line, God of War is just it just blew records away ever since it dropped in April and things like that. You can't just bet against the Ghost of Sparta and things like that. So I mean, yeah, this is just one of the 3 exclusives that's on my list. Of course, our previous one is Spider-Man, and of course, you're about to see what number 2 is. So stay tuned. Yo, the number 2 game I got on the list is Forza Horizon 4. I mean, yeah, man, it's just really badass seeing like this at E3. And of course, I pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition back in September, so I get to play it early with all the DLC and everything. 'Cause, of course, one of the DLC packs is James Bond, or the vehicles that James Bond driven in some of the movies and things like that. So I mean, yeah, basically the ones I use the most is basically the one from Living Daylights, but of course another big mix is return is of course the Warhol from Halo, and of course there's a track dedicated to Halo, which you see in the gameplay. So yeah, I mean, and plus the game looks amazing in HDR. Driving as your friends drive a car, driving like creating your own custom events. I mean, what can you say, man? It's like the best racing series ever. And of course, even you got drag racing, things like that. I mean, yeah, you can get your quickest vehicle and just race on the tracks, stuff like that. Of course, like you can take a P50 and have it shoot off like a rocket and still win, things like that. So yeah, this is like my number 2 pick of my best games of 2018. So stay tuned for the number 1. Peace out. And our number 1 game of 2018 is Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, I had to throw that in there. I mean, come on, it's Rockstar. I mean, it's like, the amount of overtime like the employees had did just to put in this game. It's like, man, it's paid off. I mean, look at it. I mean, just you must immerse yourself in the world of the Wild West and stuff like that. Yeah, this game is a prequel to the first one, but still, I mean, it's amazing. It's like, I just like fun with the different modes, including the cinematic mode. With that HDR, just how it looks on if you have a 4K TV, it just looks amazing and stuff like that. And of course, more importantly, the gameplay. I mean, yeah, you got your dead eye, you got your standard, aim your weapon and shoot and things like that. But of course, you got to do more extra stuff like your gun. You got to make sure maintain, keep it clean so it doesn't jam and stuff like that. Of course, you get in the bar fights and the saloons and stuff like that. So yeah, especially if you drink heavily and stuff, and start acting a fool and things like that. And of course, that honor system, that makes its comeback in this one. So yeah, if you do dirty deeds, people stay away from you. If you do good deeds, people will appreciate you and things like that, and probably get offer more things, give you more options. But of course, you got your standard missions, with your gang. And you got your side missions like stranger missions, like you gotta do weird stuff, hence the name stranger missions. And of course, you got your bounties. You go out and hunt people down. Of course, you got to bring them in alive. I'm like, as much as you want to shoot them, but you can shoot them, but you're not gonna get as much rewards and stuff like that. So yeah, you got to be careful, but things like that. And of course, just like in the last Red Dead game, yeah, you get to hunt animals and stuff and skin them, stuff like that. Of course, there's always every type of animal you can come across and just kill them and skin them, and then of course sell their skins and stuff like that, or crafting and stuff like that. So you get to do it on this one in this go around. So anyways, yeah, that's my top favorite of 2018. I'm hoping to do another video, probably another top favorite of but of course this will be third-party games, because 3 of the 4th games on this list are exclusives, like Forza Horizon, Spider-Man, and the God of War to be exact. So yeah, just tell me what y'all think. What are your top favorite games of 2018? Just leave your comments down below. This is Sinister. Be easy.
It will be easier if you don't resist, and less dangerous.